What's going on, wrestling family? Welcome back to the channel. So I know I am super late in regards to talking about this whole situation, but let me be honest with you guys. I was busy last night. I had to take care of some things. I sat on the couch about 9:30 at night to watch the World Series. I took one blink. Then I looked around and it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even know I was that tired, bro. I don't even know what happened. Now, someone told me that she did get injured, but I never looked more into what actually happened. So after I woke up, I was able to kind of look at certain things and check out the x-ray and stuff like that. And I want to read this article here really quick and just talk to you guys about it, because I love talking to you guys about these situations, especially when it comes to wrestling. So it says here on the official website for WWE, last night on NXT, Rhea Ripley was heinously attacked in the parking lot by Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and her enforcer Raquel Rodriguez. Man, listen, bro. Listen, I did a reaction video. You guys can check that out. But if you on the main roster, specifically, if you got beef, specifically, stop taking a scenic route to your car. We saw what happened with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens came out there and stumped the soul out of Buddy. Now we got Rhea Ripley bloodied up next to her car. Bro, if you gotta park in the handicap parking spot in Kayfabe, okay, just take the ticket and go home, bro. Think about your safety. Think about your family, bro. Just get home safe, okay? It's crazy. It's not safe out here no more. It says here, following the brutal attack, it has been revealed that the Nightmare has suffered a fractured right orbital socket. Wow. Which will put Rhea Ripley out of action for an undisclosed amount of time. So I knew there was an x-ray, I knew she hurt her eye, but I didn't know it was specifically a fractured orbital socket. So this is a interesting situation here, because the injury itself, and given the fact that she's going to be out for an undisclosed amount of time, that gives us some different possibilities of the future of Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley moving forward. Now, as far as the injury itself, I used to do Taekwondo really heavily. I used to be in tournaments. I used to do a lot of sparring. So I don't do as much now as I did back then, but I knew a couple of guys who did suffer this type of injury from different levels of it. So two guys I know who suffered a pretty simple orbital fracture. They were out for probably a couple of weeks. You know, they came back to training. They came back to sparring probably a month and a half later, right? Just to be on the safe side. But then I saw somebody who suffered a severe orbital fracture. And granted, I don't know if this guy suffered something there before, and then when he got into the tournament, it exacerbated the injury. But this guy had to have surgery. He had to have surgery. And he was out for maybe a couple of months, like 3 months, 3.5 months maybe. He was out until he actually came back. But yeah, he took some time out, you know. And just like any other injury, obviously based on the severity of it, that'll give us a timetable in which it takes for them to recover and to return back to action. But obviously with surgery, when you have a fractured bone there, you need time to have the bone recover, but also at the same time, the tissue that either got torn apart or taken apart during surgery, it takes time for that to recover as well, and for it to go back to the point of where it was or close to what it was before you suffered the injury. So I don't know for sure if this is a severe fracture or if this is just a simple fracture, but either way, hopefully it's not anything that's too serious. Now, there's people who think that this is just kayfabe, and it could be, but as wrestling fans, we already know whenever they have an angle where someone gets attacked and it puts them out for a couple months, that means a couple of things. Either they do have some level of this injury and they're making it severe just based on the storyline to keep them out of action in order to help them heal in that particular situation. That could possibly be the case here. 2, this could be what it is, and they use this, like I said before, as an angle to keep them off of TV so they can heal off. Or it could be something personal, and I don't want to get into what personal things it could be, because this isn't a rumor channel, and this isn't for me to try to guess what people have going on in their personal life. That's for Rhea Ripley and for WWE to disclose whenever they're ready. But even in saying that, with her being gone, let's say if it is for a couple weeks or a couple months, it opens up and puts Liv Morgan in a very interesting situation, because you guys know that I am, and amongst other fans, have been saying this feud between the two, the storyline between the two, has gotten stale. It's gotten repetitive. There isn't anything interesting going on here, and I personally said that it would be best for them to split these ladies up and have them come back to this feud later on at WrestleMania. Because right now, it doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't benefit Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, or Rhea Ripley at this time. So that's the best thing to do. And they can, you know, kind of add things to Rhea Ripley's character when she comes back at WrestleMania. Or, you know, she may come back earlier. I don't know. But whenever they face each other again in the future, they should add more story to Rhea Ripley's character. But in regards to Liv Morgan, it puts her in a situation to where this is going to be a crucial time for her as a champion. Because although we had a lot of fun with the whole Judgment Day story with Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley in the beginning, as far as her title reign, now she's going to have to prove that she's more than an asset to a storyline for a faction. Because remember, people had that complaint about Rhea Ripley when she became champion the first time, when she was Raw Women's Champion, that even though she's champion, she barely ever defended the title, and she seemed to be too involved in the Judgment Day storyline. Now, her second reign as champion, they did a way better job as far as not allowing that to be the problem, but it kind of seems like they're repeating that a little bit with Liv Morgan. But this one makes more sense given the fact that she was wrapped in a storyline that did involve that title, but now that she doesn't have a Rhea Ripley around, what exactly are they going to do with her? They gotta get some reps under her belt, as I said before, to make her defend that title and at least try to add some prestige to the title, as opposed to doing what they did with those tag team titles with the factions, using them to forward a storyline and not really doing anything to elevate the title itself. So it's going to be very interesting to see who she faces next. And as far as when you look at the Raw roster, hold on, let me see. Let's go to the superstars. I'm trying to think of who's available for her to feud with. You know, I know there's Zelina Vega. I'm not going to that. That's expensive. I know there's Zelina Vega and let's see, Raw. Okay, so they got Alba Fire. I don't know when Becky Lynch is coming back, or Asuka. I didn't look into her injury, so that's gonna be very interesting to see. Dakota Kai. You know, I don't know when she's coming back either. We got a lot of injuries on this roster. I doubt they're gonna have Jackie Richmond in the match. Okay, Ivy now. Okay, that's a possibility. We just saw her have a match against Zelina Vega. I don't know how long she's injured too, so I don't know how long Kiana James gonna come back. I don't know if they'll feed Valkyria to her. I don't know if they'll do that. They may put her in a feud with Natalya. I feel like that's what they used to do in the late 2010s, and they're like, yo, we running out of people for someone to face. Let's just throw Natalya in there. Samantha Irvin's still on the thing. I doubt Scarlett Bordeaux. I doubt Shayna Baszler. Heel versus heel. That's not gonna make sense. So the only people I can think of right now is Zelina Vega and maybe, I don't know. They may have to put Lyra, but then it doesn't matter who faces her. It's almost like the Cody Rhodes situation. It's not gonna matter who faces them. They're not gonna win. We're just waiting for someone to come back, just like they did. You know, we're just waiting for Rhea Ripley to come back to take the title off of her, just like we are with Cody Rhodes, that we know that he's not losing that title unless he loses it to Randy Orton or to The Rock. You know, if either one of those people are not involved in a title match with Cody Rhodes, we know for a fact that he's not losing that title. But anyway, at the end of the day, I got to get ready for work. What do you guys think about this whole situation? What do you think is going to be next for Liv Morgan? Do you think that she's going to have a great run outside of having the Judgment Day storyline involved? Or do you think it's going to fall short? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace, have a good day.